Sammy Baugh, though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of full competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the game between the Washington Redskins and John's favorite team, the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, God!
He loves Cam Newton. We get a win. This and Dallas Week, live with Aaron John. Yo, what's up, John?
What's up, dude?
Excellent!
Welcome to Harry Hog Football, episode number 457, in which we talk about the victory against the Carolina Panthers.
Our first victory over Cam Newton. First one over Cam Newton. How about that?
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know it until the game. I was just like, well, how about that?
Dude, remember back in the day, like, when Carolina got their team in, like, 1995? And for, like, at least 10 years, we were, like, cutting on all those defectors because all of Carolina was Redskins country before that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And we'd cut on them because they couldn't
Johnson.
beat us. They couldn't beat us for, like, their first 10 or 12 or 15 years of existence.
And then they got the snake oil salesman, Cam the Spam Newton. I hate that guy, man.
Before we go too far in this podcast, we have to give our shout out to our benevolent sponsor, Desmond C. Lee. You can reach him at Desmond C. Lee 2 on Twitter.
That's right. You can also reach us on Twitter at Harry Hog. That's Harry Hog. And it's Desmond C. Lee 2 on Twitter. He's a big Redskins fan. And Desmond C. Lee 1 was taken or hacked.
Yeah, and before we get into the game, we had some sad news that we just found out about. Grandfather, original Redskins blogger, turned professional.
Yeah, really.
Redskins media coverage. We hear that Rich Tandler passed away, and we don't know anything about it. So
yeah, they haven't announced what happened, but he passed away, and it's big deal. I mean, this guy, he was
huge Redskins fan.
Huge Redskins fan. I mean, I read books from him before like podcasts even existed, before any of this stuff.
Yeah. Didn't he write the Redskins A to Z, or was that someone else?
I don't remember if that was him or if that was another.
But Rich Tandler, the cool thing about him is he started off as just a super fan.
Yeah.
And then he was a blogger. He had Tandler's blog, which if you still Google Tandler's blog, it brings you to whatever his CSN Washington page is now.
Yeah.
And now it was called Tandler's Real Redskins. But he was like one of the dudes that I actually read the Redskins stuff every week.
Yeah,
so yeah,
really.
Yeah, so that sucks. Hopefully he at least got to see a victory before he exited.
Yeah, truly.
And,
well, I guess we'll find out what happens. They're going to honor him at the game this weekend against Dallas. And
maybe it was just the anticipation of Dallas week threw him over the edge.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd like to give a shout out to the dudes in the chat room, Michael Graff and San, who's already pumped for Dallas week.
Yeah.
Well, it's already Wednesday. Dude, I can't believe it's already Wednesday.
I know, dude. Yeah, we got postponed from yesterday. I had to take care of some business. Went to see a show. It was all right.
It was all right. Dude, look at my green screen. You can, like, see through my neck.
Whoa! Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, what is that? Oh, it's this blue string on my sweatshirt.
Check that out. Yeah, both of us are wearing our burgundy and or white 81 Art Monk.
Look at this screen effect.
Throwback jerseys. Dude, that's awesome. You got seats everywhere. You know, our seats might be right back here somewhere. I'm not sure. Second row.
Oh, one of my eyes doesn't work. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, let's talk about this game, dudes. First of all, I was really impressed at how the defense and special teams came through in the beginning.
Yeah, the beginning of the game was fantastic.
Well, not the very beginning when we went 3 and out.
Right, but we scored on 2 drives in a row with Richardson having that weird celebration, just going all over the place, weird stuff out in the back of the end zone, and then Carolina started coming back, and Funchess had himself a Dick's gloves catch.
I had him in, by the way. I still think I lost. I think I'm in last place in the league. Dead last. I think you beat me by like 1 point, didn't you?
I beat you by like 4, trying to downgrade me.
Anyway, I'll just say this right off the cuff.
We're in first
Me
place.
trying to do a podcast by myself sucked. It really sucked.
I know, dude. We were.
Did you listen to it? Because we only got 6 views. Oh,
I did not. We're busy trying to get our bathroom up and functioning before our party this weekend.
Oh yeah, it's probably good. You don't want people like peeing in a toilet that isn't hooked up to plumbing.
Isn't hooked up to anything. Well, we want to put the floor in, and it's like Wednesday night, so we're down to brass tacks.
Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, the game. VD came up big early in the game.
Know.
He had
well,
2
a lot
big
of
catches.
Came up big in this game. It was fantastic, and very surprising.
Yeah, Jordan Reed was heard from. He had a couple big catches, I think, both on 3rd down.
Jordan Reed was good and everything. He's not quite as. I don't know. He's I don't know if at the top of his game he was an A+. Right now he's like an A. Like he's just a little bit off, and I don't know if he's injured and he's not saying it finally for the first time or what. I don't know.
He's not even getting targeted, so it's even hard to see if he's an A.
He's also getting double teamed because he is like a big threat.
Yeah,
and they can double team him, and they don't. I mean, who else is going to double team? Chris Thompson was out. So, I mean, who else is going to double team? Harris?
Doxson.
Even Doxson had a couple catches in that game.
Yeah,
somehow.
Harris had a few. But
Harris
you know who I
is
was
showing
really
up.
impressed with? Again, Adrian Peterson. Every single run, he gives 110%. It's amazing. And
Yeah.
there was one point in the 3rd quarter where I was like, dude, why aren't they running it? I was just yelling at the screen, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And then they put P. Rind in, and I was like, do not give it to P. Rind.
Man, when they put him in, I know, I saw him, I was just like, oh my.
I was like, why is he in?
Yeah. Why is he even in the game? You might as well give it to Nubbs or Bibbs and let him.
Bibbs is way better than P. Rind in my mind.
Yeah.
He had a couple good runs even. He had one for like 10 yards. 9.
P-Rind.
There's another P. Rind. I texted you about this. He plays for Florida. I wonder if there's any relation.
I don't know. I texted you about that like 4 weeks ago.
No, I didn't get it then.
Because when I saw that text, I just kind of rolled my eyes. I was like, dude, I know. I texted you about that at the beginning of the football season, the college football season. Seriously.
What's up with the non-face mask call in the end zone when I believe it was Dunbar that swatted the ball away? This is what San is saying. Oh, San is also saying that he watched the game from the hospital after the birth of his baby girl. Congratulations, dude.
Wow, nice one. Excellent.
She got to come in on a win, and Tandler got to go out on a win.
Yeah.
It's like the circle of Redskins life. Is that disrespectful? I guess it kind of is. I don't know. Anyway, congratulations on the birth of your daughter.
Yeah, man, that's fantastic.
As a Redskins fan, you have to name your kid after the hero of the last Redskins victory.
P-Ride! Oh,
the hero in this game would have been VD. So Richard.
Dude.
But you can't name her VD. You can't name her Richard. Ricard. What's the feminine name of Richard? There's got to be one. Ricarda. I don't know.
Ricarda. Richard. That's a good question.
Richarda? That sounds wrong.
Who else was big in there?
Justin Hopkins hit a 56-yarder.
I know. That was sweet. That was I don't know. I don't know if you can Dustina. Where was I? I was at my
Oh, what about Josh Norman? We failed to mention it. I always talk about how bad he sucks. He actually had a good game.
He had a really good game. He had a comeback game for the ages, or at least recent ages. And Justina is a woman's name. That's the name of someone on ESPN.
Joshina?
Josina.
Sam,
Josina.
we got the name for your daughter. Josina Vernon.
Richardson Monk the third.
Richardson Monk the third.
Dude, congratulations on that. That's fantastic.
Congratulations. Bugle Boy 624, he's in here. There isn't one, he said. I don't quite remember the non-face mask call. Did Dunbar grab his face mask? Is that what he's saying? Actually, I do. The one-handed catch. Yeah, Dunbar had his face mask. They didn't call it. That might be a makeup for the week before against the Saints when Dunbar got his face mask held on a play and it didn't get called in the end zone where the Saints dude was scoring a touchdown. So basically, Dunbar got burnt with face masks twice in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you know what? You expect someone like Dunbar to get burned every now and then. You don't expect Josh Norman to, except he has for like the last 20 games. So it was nice for him to step up and I mean, he forced a fumble. He caught an interception. He forced a fumble, punched it right out of there finally.
My dog, Deron Payne, caused another fumble that they got back, though.
Yeah. Deron Payne is so huge.
Dude, I love that guy. I might get a jersey.
He's so massive. He's just like...
I'm getting you a Dustin Hopkins jersey.
That's fine.
I'm getting you a Dustin Hopkins.
My size.
I got to get you a jersey that only has one number because you're so twig.
Number
Two
one.
numbers they'll be wrapping around your armpits.
No, I might be able to. Well, I got an 81 here, but this jersey is huge. This
if it
jersey
was an 88, it would wrap around.
That's way too big. Like I have a 28 jersey, and it's good, but it wraps a little bit, like MTV.
All right, dudes in the peanut gallery and elsewhere. Who's joining us for the Texans game? I haven't heard anyone.
Right. 1 month. 1 month today. 1 month tomorrow.
It's on the 18th, right? Is that tomorrow?
I think so. Tomorrow. Man, I'm so pumped.
Oh yeah, I'm so super pumped. We haven't gone to a game in a long time, and quite frankly, dude, there is some time in there where I didn't know if we were gonna make it back to one. But I'm glad we are.
Yeah, you would be both. It's like especially me. But yeah, I'm ready to go, man.
Woo! Yeah, even if we lose, it's gonna be good. Just the fact that we actually get to go back to one.
I know, dude. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm totally pumped.
It's got to be better than that Buccaneers game. That was horrible.
That's the worst game I've ever been to.
Was that the last one we were at?
Yeah, unless it was that last Dallas one that we lost.
Oh, speaking of Dallas losing, Dallas is going to lose on Sunday, 4:20.
Yeah, I think it's 4:20. I think it's a 4:25 game. I think it's football. I think it's the game of the week.
It's going to be the game of the week for the Redskins.
Well, all I know is that hopefully our D-line will step up. Speaking of, Ziggy Hood. Ziggy ain't got no hood. He got cut.
That was so we could pick up Dez, dude.
It's not because we're going to pick up Dez. Hold on. Hey, look, we're going to pick up Dez. Yeah,
I saw
no,
that
we're not
on
going to
Twitter.
Pick up
I
Des.
texted you.
No, dude. Yeah, see, no, that's not what it was at all. They went and tried out a bunch of defensive backs after they cut Ziggy Hood.
Oh, okay.
Not Des Bryant's. Not Des Bryant was not in the building.
So you claim. It's fake news.
Fake news, man. It's fake.
So Ziggy Hood got cut.
Yeah. And I mean, he still gets paid for the rest of the year. He's a 10-year veteran.
Well, of course, look at all the other dudes that we got on defensive line that are kicking some booty.
And our guys aren't like rotating like they used to over the last few years.
It's because everyone sucked.
Yeah, now we've got Jonathan Allen, who is by far so quickly becoming like he's really becoming the captain of the defense, like of the front seven. Taking charge of the situation, and Jerome Payne's just massive.
Dude,
and Matt Ioannidis, and the three of them are playing almost every down.
The thing that worries me, though, is it seems like every game in the first quarter, we give up tons of rushing yards, and then the other team stops rushing. I don't understand. Are we shutting it down? Or
I want to say we've got to be shutting it down, but we know that Jay Gruden doesn't change things all that much. So I guess Manusky is shutting it down. I guess.
Dude, in this game, in the beginning, when it was 4th and like an inch for Carolina, I was like, dude, they should go. I hate to say that, but I'm so used to us always giving up 3rd and 4th downs.
Oh, yeah. But instead, we won a couple times, and we converted on those. You
know why? Because Jay Gruden grew a pair and finally started doing our favorite play, the quarterback sneak, instead of pitching it back 8 yards.
He's never done. And everyone, like, people started saying it in the press, probably because they would listen to our podcast here at hogfootball.com. And they found out, oh, wow, we need 6 inches. And they did exactly what you just said. They give it to the quarterback. Don't give it to someone 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage to get 6 inches. That's stupid.
No, that gives everyone on the defense 8 yards to home in on them.
Put our linebacker in there. Put Anderson in there. Put Deron Payne up in there if you want to. Make them run. Put our biggest fatties that we have and be like, get behind those guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. I never understood why it's taking them this long to be like
Deron Payne. I might have to get it. I don't know if I'm going to get a Payne jersey, an Allen jersey.
Allen jersey would be sweet. I think he's going to be the captain in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, but we got to hand it to Josh Norman because I've given him my kick the last 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, definitely.
And he deserved it. Now, that interception, I don't want to take anything away from him, but it was kind of a lame duck pass.
Oh, yeah. I was just surprised he didn't drop it.
Oh, yeah.
And with
looking around.
No, and what was its name? Number 35.
It's not Moreau. It's help us out, Peanut Gallery. We're getting old. The dude, he almost got a kick last week too. 35.
He was about to pick it, and he let off at the last second because he saw that Josh Norman was coming in. So
it worked out. His name. It's really bothering me.
I was gonna say Richardson, but I know that's not it at all, like whatsoever. So I'm looking it up.
Starts with an M. No, that's Moreau, 31. Dude, back when I was in my 20s and even 30s, I knew like every single roster number. Now I'm just like,
Nicholson, Desmonte Nicholson.
Thank you. Yes, Nicholson. Thank you, San. He hasn't even had any sleep because he's got a newborn and he's able to.
I know, right? And he's got like rattling right off.
See, he still didn't tell us her name. Is it Art?
Oh, yeah.
Art Monk San Jr.? He won't tell us.
Joe Theismann, San.
Joe Thena. It's Jethrina. Remember like on the Beverly Hillbillies where Jethro on some of the episodes would dress up as Jethrina? You're not a Beverly Hillbillies fan?
I remember the song.
Dude, do a Google search of Jethrina from Beverly Hillbillies.
So he dressed up as a woman?
Yeah, do a Google search real quick. Yeah? I'm telling you, you'll crack up. Jethrina. It was his cousin.
Jethrina, but that was him. Or
Yeah,
was it
was
really
him in drag? Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously it was him in drag, but was like his character playing his cousin? Were they supposed to be two different characters?
Yeah, two different characters. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just like, that's really weird for a guy from the mountains of Arkansas to be in drag.
We've got the name. Kylie? Is it Kylie? Kylie Ann. Kylie Ann Sand. That's a cool name.
Kaylee or Kylie Ann. It looks like Kaylee.
It looks very Irish, the way it's spelled there.
Yeah.
Kylie Ann. Congratulations, San, on Kylie Ann.
Or Kaylee.
Newest Redskins fan to the fold.
Yeah, man.
I would send you all my kids' old Redskins like onesies and stuff, but I sent them to Laura for her baby. Her husband's like a huge Patriots fan, and I sent her this big box of like baby Redskins stuff. And like, here
He's probably like, man, she's not gonna wear this.
Mm-hmm. Bugle Boy 624. I'm hoping Quick steps up. What do you think about Doxson? He made a few good catches, but do you think we're like he's on his way out? Like he's a complete bust now.
He's been around too long to be such a peripheral guy who's just like, oh, my toenail hurts.
He was our first round pick.
I know. I think it was just a bust. I think he's just a bust pick.
He's like the next
last year
Michael Westbrook or whatever.
I mean, he got six touchdowns last year, but he like didn't do anything, which is kind of the weird thing. He's like I've heard this on the Sports Junkies, and I completely agree with it. He's like the next Darnarian McCants? Number 85.
Darnarian McCants was better.
Darnarian McCants was a big, tall guy, and all he did was catch touchdowns, but he wouldn't play special teams because he was like a tall, skinny guy. He was, I don't know, felt like he was going to get broken. And he was like an art major at Rhode Island or something like that. He was just kind of a, not your typical, stereotypical, like, football player.
He was good, though.
He was good. This guy is not good.
If you had your choice between Josh Doxson or Denarian McCants, if he was still playing, good.
If he was playing in his prime,
yeah,
Darnarian McCants.
Every time.
100%. All he did was score touchdowns. I think Sonny Jurgensen used to say it on the radio. He'd be like, because he didn't comment very much even back then, but he'd just be like, all he does is score touchdowns.
Did you see after the game, Josh Norman apparently during the week got into it with D Hall, like calling him out, and after the game on on CSN Washington, they tried to bring Josh Norman to the set so they could make up, like kiss and make up. Did you see this? But Josh Norman wasn't having anything about it. And D Hall's all like, yeah, if I have to be the bad guy to get you to ball, then that's what I'm going to do. And Josh Norman's, he's kind of like, okay, dude, I see how it is, but, I wish it wouldn't have been a tweet. You could have called me. Kind of stuff like that. And then,
because he sucked. He sucked for like 20 games. So
yeah, he did suck. So I don't blame him for calling him out. But the thing that I did think was, it just irked me a little teeny bit, was he made a comment, D Hall, about if I was playing like crap and Darryl Green called me, I would listen to him, something like that. I'm like, are you trying to equate yourself to Darryl Green now?
What? Please.
Oh, speaking of, guys, you got to check out our jerseys today.
I know, dude. Art Monk. I would have my Darryl Green jersey on, but I don't want to run my numbers.
They match. You know what that means? The receivers this week are going to have a field day because we're doing double superpower on our jerseys.
I hope so. We're going to have to see about that.
Our offense, dude, it's pedestrian at best at this point.
Our offense
or the Panthers just good.
No, our offense doesn't surprise me at all. It's exactly what we expected to get from Alex Smith.
Yeah, he's just dunking it off. He had a few good passes in this game.
I don't know. I want to remember like 5 or 6 deep balls he threw. One of them was on target. Mm-hmm. And some of them he may have just been. Yeah, some of them he may have thrown out of bounds on purpose because he's like, I don't want them to try to pick it because the guy's covered. So that might be the receivers.
He doesn't throw picks. We can say that.
He really tried. Yeah, he's a safe bet. I think he is.
game manager.
Yeah. I mean, I equate him to being a better version of the quarterback that was with the Baltimore Ravens when they had that awesome defense. And he was on ESPN for a while.
Diffler.
Clint
Trent
Diffler?
Differ. Trent
Dilfer.
Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer.
We'll get it eventually. Trent Diffler.
Dilfer.
The Dilfer is what we're going to call this episode.
He's the Dilfer.
That quarterback that sucked, but their team was still good because everyone else was good, especially their defense.
He's like the worst quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. They went like 3 or 4 games during that season without scoring a touchdown on offense.
Yeah.
So,
dude, we would probably be 0-5 without Adrian Peterson. I'm saying. Yeah,
that's another thing. If we didn't have AP all day, we'd be trouble. We'd be in big trouble.
That dude's so good. I rewatched the first half last night when I was like laying in bed.
Yeah,
and I was like, every run, even like other dudes that would get 1 or 0 yards, he's getting 3 yards. He like gets one over by the sideline, and the guy's obviously driving him out of bounds, and he's just like pushing him with his shoulder to get like at least 1 more yard, just like bam,
dude.
bam, bam with his shoulder. And I was like,
it's pretty amazing watching him as opposed to regular running backs that will just run out of bounds or they'll do this and do that. And AP just goes and goes and goes. I mean, it's kind of nice, even though it's the twilight of his career, to watch someone that's. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer as soon as those 5 years are up. Once he retires, he's special.
Yeah, it just makes me wish like I could have been watching him for the Redskins for a lot longer.
With the Redskins for a lot longer. That's exactly right.
But yeah, I mean, I think we'd be in trouble without him.
We'd totally be in trouble because we wouldn't have any running game. We would not have a running game like we do. We got Rob Kelly on the IR. I mean, it would be P-Rind. Chris Thompson's hurt again.
Is he?
Yeah, he didn't play.
He played.
Chris Thompson? No, he didn't. In what game? Game against Carolina? No, he didn't play in that game.
Oh, crap. Yeah, what am I thinking? Yeah, he was inactive. Sorry.
He was inactive for that game.
I was thinking Bibbs, because he's
it was Nubbs coming in.
Yeah, Bibbs was running some of those same. No, yeah, you know who was running his routes was Maurice Harris. Had a few of those type.
Yeah.
Little swing pass things, and didn't get.
Chris
anywhere.
Thompson is still hurt. Did not practice today. We'll do that at the injury report as we get into that as well.
I like Chris Thompson a lot, but he's fragile, man.
He's always been fragile. That's why he was good when he come in. You'd be like, oh, he's so awesome. He's fragile. But
yeah. The defense kept, and the special teams kept us in this game. Josh Norman was huge. I gotta my hats off to him. What do we want to do here? Do we want to go into the games or kicks?
We should do the injury report first.
Oh yeah, the injury report. Here,
since we actually have it today. Haven't got time for
pain. It's the only injury report is also the exit music.
I've got time for the pain. I've got time for the pain, yeah.
Ain't got time for the pain no more.
I've got time for pain.
Ain't got time for it, brother.
Pain.
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 Right. Injury report is brought to you by... I can't find it.
The hell with it.
Go for it. Chris Thompson. Injury.
Chris Thompson's out, ribs and knee.
Ow.
Ryan Kerrigan was added to the injury report on Wednesday. He has a chest something or other. I don't know why. Jameson Crowder's not looking like he's going to play this weekend.
Who was the second guy? I was distracted by the chat room.
Ryan Kerrigan.
He's not playing?
No, he's hurt, but he's still supposedly going to play.
Oh,
he's got a chest something or other, but I don't know.
Chest contusion.
But Crowder does not look good.
Oh, man. What's wrong with him?
His hand or
Samson.
He has an ankle injury. I think he's got a bunch of injuries. He's another little guy, man. That little dude from Duke.
He's a twig. What about the Mexican?
He is not on the list for people who did not practice Wednesday. Sounds like Chris Thompson may come back, though. We'll see.
Okay. We didn't really get any injuries in this game, though, did we? Everything was kind of left over from last week.
I guess, like Sean Laval's still out and may or may not, hopefully will not come back. Brandon Scherf, his knee, he's a lineman. All right. Danny Johnson broke his forearm, so I don't think he's going to be in. AP, his knee is bothering Johnson. His shoulder is bothering him again, and his knee, but you know he did have that separated shoulder and everything. Richardson, shoulder.
AP?
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, let's bring that up. He played with that shoulder and was still tearing through dudes.
And he still got 97 yards in this game.
I need a sound effect for opposite of cut. Oh, I got one.
Excellent.
Yeah, there you go.
I love you guys, man.
Will better be there for the Texans game. He said he would.
So. Yeah, man.
Bugle Boy 624, Michael Graff, and San are going to be there.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Let me see here. Bugle Boy 624. So do we think that Geis will be a bust? I don't. I just think it was a freak injury. I think that guy's going to be good. Of course, I want to see him play, but
well, with ACLs and MCLs, we've talked about that before. It's not like it was damaged completely on that play. It obviously was damaged beforehand. That just happened to be the play that he was on where it finally tore. It happens.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll be out the first year and then he'll come back next year, and hopefully he'll be good. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, what I'd really like to see is AP easing out as Geis eases back in.
Yeah. If
that makes sense.
Yeah, if we can have AP last another at least 1 year after this while Geis is getting his
if we can get AP just to last this year.
Yeah, that would be great. But amazing would be if we can get him to last next year while Geis is easing in, like you said.
Yeah.
While he's easing into the water. All right. Water. Gotta make water.
Gotta make water.
Dude, so last week, or actually Sunday before the game, at the end of the podcast when I was talking about Carolina and I was mentioning how I almost got kicked out of the stadium, and then people in the chat room were like, you got to tell that story.
All right, dude.
We've already told it on like episode 278 or something.
Yeah, but that would be like 200 episodes ago.
People would have to go figure out which episode it was. I just remember. All right, here's the problem that almost got me kicked out.
All right, first we got to start off is that we were pre-gaming beforehand in a parking garage because it's right on the edge of downtown there in Charlotte.
There's nowhere to tailgate, so we were tailgating in a parking garage, like on level 4.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and then our tickets got switched or something.
It was Josh. It was Josh, as usual, where we were supposed to sit. We had 2 groups of tickets, which I didn't even know this until we got to the stadium. And there was like, I don't know, 4 in one spot and 3 in the other spot. And we were supposed to be in the better seats because that's why you flew out. And that's why I drove 7 hours to go to this game at the last second. But no, we ended up in the corner of the end zone. This is what Josh
so then
does.
the thing that set me off in the stadium, which almost got me kicked out, was that whole rule. Was it Antoine Randall that was trying to catch the punt, and someone pushed a Redskin into him and made him drop it or something, and I was calling interference on the catch, and they were like, no, you're allowed to push the other person into him.
At the time, that was the case. You were allowed to push a person into the guy trying to get the kick. It was okay. That is now an illegal. Now it is an illegal act.
It is? I've been vindicated?
Dude, it's been an illegal act for like 3 years.
I've been vindicated because I was saying how dumb the rule was, and I was getting so mad, and like I almost got kicked out. And then the people that were with Josh were like, "Who is this guy that you brought? He's such a jerk."
Yes, yes.
And I had to like apologize. Josh was like, "You need to apologize to those people that gave us the tickets." And I was like,
It was funny because you were the only person standing up at our section. You were just like, "It's because." It was like you were like, "It's because the Panthers are cheating." And I'm just sitting in my seat, and I'm just like, have my head in my hands. I was just like, "Oh my god, oh my god."
Yeah,
Because we had to play that, and I didn't know the rule at the time. I was just like, it was a mess.
that was a low point. I don't get that worked up at games anymore. I just kind of what? I do not.
What do
I
you
don't
think?
get nearly as worked up.
We have a guest visitor, Evie Pontusa, my dog. I don't know if
Dude.
you can see it.
You're the one that gets worked up at games. I had to talk you off the ladder in Cincinnati, or the roof,
No,
or the ledge, or whatever the saying is.
Dude, I don't get that. No, I was mad, but I wasn't on the ledge.
You wouldn't even talk to anybody.
Yeah, that's fine. That's because you get mad and you don't want to talk to anybody. Am I wrong?
then remember all the zombies you were kicking out?
Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, so if you ever look at Cincinnati, you see like the football stadium, the baseball stadium, and there's a big parking lot like between them right there on the river. The Ohio. Well, beforehand, you get to go down there and then tailgate and everything. You go down after the game, and it's like homeless crack central. They just come out of the woodwork everywhere. You see dark shadows, and suddenly there's homeless people coming out, and they're just like, oh, all coming at you. No Cincinnati fans. Those people left. I found out later on.
Yeah, we were like, "Where's everyone? Why is no one tailgate here after the game?"
Yeah, and that's exactly why, because it's ghetto downtown Cincinnati, and that's what happens. So that's exactly what happens.
So people would come up and try to get food from us while we were tailgating after the game, and John would just be like, "Go." It was my family's trying to talk to me while I'm doing the podcast.
I can hear them in the background. So yeah, it was, I don't have time for that crap. I'm mad that we lost that game on a rule change because Mike Sellers, it wasn't a rule change, it was because Mike Sellers fumbled the ball before he went to the end zone.
Oh, I remember that. That was horrible. And they returned it 99 yards, didn't they?
They did something like that. It was like 99.5 yards. It was a mess.
I was mad. That's the game where I came up with the idea that they should sell Cowboys star urinal cakes and put them in all the stadiums.
That's right. And then someone was just like, "I stole the urinal cake." Like one of the listeners. We were like, "What? Really?"
Yeah.
Bugle
Boy 624. That's not where the yellow cake came from. They want to know the yellow cake story, I think. They don't know where it comes from.
Uncle John likes yellow cake.
Yellow cake.
Yellow cake. The yellow cake story comes from Mark Brunell.
Yellow cake.
Was it? No, it wasn't the Beach Blitz, was it?
No, it was online.
It was online. John was looking up a picture of Mark Brunell.
I was looking up something for our podcast, like to find a good picture of or something, and I forget what I typed in, but the first pictures that came up were two pictures of like Mark Brunell's like junk, like in a burgundy, or a gold jock strap. And I was just like, "Whoa, what is this?" And clicked on that, and it said, the title on the bottom said Mark Brunell's Yellow Cake.
And then ever since then, we're like, yellow cake, yellow cake. I want to find the original episode that we say that on and get the sound bites. Yellow cake, yellow
okay.
Cake. All right, let's get.
So that's the whole story about that, the whole yellow cake. That's got to be in like the 100 episodes. Like that was a long time ago.
See, if you guys meet up with us at this Texans game, you'll get some of these epic stories. We've got some epic stories with Will and Maryland, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grilling s'mores in 12-degree weather before the Redskins beat the Cowboys to go to the playoffs in 2012.
That was a really nice day.
Another really nice day was the kick heard round the world, November 5th, 2007.
Now, I have to say, I think it was 2007. I still have the ticket.
That was Sean Taylor's return.
Sean Taylor, and he got face masked by Jason Witten. And we did, I was a little bit drunk that night.
And I was yelling one more play. I just remember it. One more play.
That's the game where I was running up and down the steps of our section up in 400, whatever section it was. I was running like concrete steps up and down and up and down. And I'm like, get pumped up! Get pumped up! Like falling up the steps and everything. It was
yeah.
Good time.
And then you made every Cowboys fan on the way out of the stadium touch your helmet. You were like, touch my helmet.
Yeah, I was like, it's cool, dude. You can touch my helmet.
Yeah, that was funny.
I mean, you know, if you've been there in the 400 section, you're not taking escalators. You're just walking down.
They don't have escalators up there. They have switchbacks. Like you're climbing Mount Everest with switchbacks.
It was. That was fantastic.
Anyway, didn't they add escalators because they're trying to like make the game day experience better?
It's a crap stadium. It's always rated in like the top or bottom 10.
Yeah. And let's talk about this for a second. I saw this week that they're trying to beg people to go buy Cowboys game tickets. It's not even sold out. They're offering mini packs and stuff.
No one wants to go to the games anymore. Why would you go to the games? I mean, we would. If we lived up there, we'd be like, yeah, we're buying tickets to this game right now. But
yeah, we would, but
that's just us.
We're like true fans.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I know, right? Dude,
anyway, because we're crazy.
Your neck is still burgundy and gold seated.
I got a burgundy and gold neck.
As opposed to the Nashville necks.
All right, with that being said, you know what it's time for. It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award. Kicking the Balls Award is brought to you by Ritapoo. If you have a septic tank and you want to keep it working, then buy Ritapoo today.
Today.
Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Go buy some Ritapoo. Available at True Value, Taylor's Do It Center, and other Okay. Let's see.
All right, I'll give mine.
The kick in the balls award.
Kicking the ball. My kick in the balls goes to Samaje Perine. Perine had one carry for 3 yards. He also had one reception for -3 yards. So on 2 plays, he got 0 yards, and that means cut.
At least he didn't fumble it.
I know, right? On that run, too. I remember watching it. I was just like, don't fumble, don't fumble, don't fumble, don't fumble.
When they gave it to him, I texted Josh, and because you were sick, I texted Josh and was like,
headache.
There is absolutely no reason why they should give the ball to P. Ryan here. None.
It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense he was even in the game. So.
All right. Sand just stole my thunder with his text, by the way.
Oh.
Chat. But I'm going to give it to him anyway. Jay Gruden for the third quarter going away from Adrian Peterson. I do not know what he was doing. He got a little bit pass happy and
he
did
always
these
does
cutesy
that.
plays. Just run the ball. Finally, they did it in the fourth quarter. If they would have done it through the third quarter and the fourth quarter, it would not have been that close.
That's what Jay Gruden does, and that's what Jay Gruden is going to do. That's what he does. That's what he's going to do until he gets fired, and then someone else may hire him as a head coach. I thought he should have been fired a long time ago, but
yeah. So I'm stealing Sand. Well, he kind of stole mine. Hey, it's our show. Yeah. So mine's going to Jay Gruden for the third quarter play calls. All right. In the room. Oh, look. Sam
In the
agrees
chat
with me. Jay Gruden.
Yeah,
Michael
really,
Graff.
man.
Gruden for calling 2 plays on Carolina's 11. Yes. Yeah, dude. I'm with you on that. I was just like, run the ball. Just pound it.
Yeah, really.
If
Yeah.
they're not stopping you, you should always run it on first down. If they're not stopping you. I mean, if they a couple times, if you're getting 1 yard, if you're getting 3 yards on first down with Adrian Peterson, run it on first down.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So everyone except for John gives his to Jay Gruden. Okay.
P-Ride.
Let's all just line up and kick Gruden.
Pilar?
I got a rash, man.
And Josh gave me his kicking the balls award.
Who cares?
Oh, man.
He said that his was going to
Alex
Trent
Smith.
Williams.
Trent Williams. Probably Deron Payne.
No, Trent Williams for getting a penalty. And he did have a penalty. I think he had a hold on a big... Did he have a hold on a big pass to... Who was it? Doxson?
It was a pass for somebody, and it might have been with Doxson, actually.
Yeah. So anyway, that's who Josh is going to. With that being said, anyone else going once, going twice in the chat room? It's all... That's it for in there. All right, so here we go. And now, the coveted and ever-elusive Game Ball Award. The Game Ball Award is brought to you by...
Triangle Casket Store.
Triangle Casket Store. Anyway. You want to go first? I'll let you go first.
I'll wait. I went first already. Go ahead.
All right, well, then I'm going to give mine to Josh Norman because if I can kick him 2 weeks in a row, he redeemed himself this week. He had an interception like we talked about, had good coverage most of the game, and he punched out that fumble. So 2 turnovers are his responsibility. And in my opinion, that was 2 times that the Panthers probably would have scored. And that could have been the difference in the game.
Could have been. Should have been.
So...
Good deal. My game ball goes to Trent Williams.
For the fumble pickup?
For the fumble recovery.
I thought he was going to break it because he's pretty fast, dude.
That
It was right after those announcers were like, big guys shouldn't pick up fumbles.
And they're right. Big guys should fall on fumbles. But that gave us just enough, and I mean just enough, because you saw that 56-yard field goal just like inch over that crossbar.
Oh, yeah. Was that the 56er on that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Trent Williams, give him 3 points there, or an assist for 3 points.
He gets
right
an
there.
assist. So good stuff. Good stuff for Trent Williams.
If you were a defensive back and you saw, if you were a wide receiver, if you were a defensive back and you saw Trent Williams running at you with the football, would you really want to tackle him? I might think twice.
Yeah.
Could you see Dion trying to tackle him, or would he be running the other way?
I've never seen Dion tackle anybody.
Oh, that was good.
Boop.
That was good, dude. That was the best one of the day. I never seen that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what can you do?
All right. I also want to give a shout out to Adrian Peterson because, like I said, I thought he had another great game.
97 yards, man.
He could have had more if he actually got the ball in the third quarter. What was his average? Do you know? Do you have? Does anyone have the stats open?
Average is 5.7 yards a carry. Man's 33 years old. 5.7 yards a carry. That's Hall of Fame numbers.
Guess I'm no mathematician, but if someone averages 5.7 yards a carry and you gave it to them every play, you would hardly ever get to third down.
I know, Gruden.
Jay.
I know, Jay. We'll just have to say that from now on. I know, Jay.
Numbnut.
Pretty much, yeah. That's exactly right.
All right, game balls from the peanut gallery. Let's see here. Trent Williams for the fumble. Man, they're thinking like us today. And a wicked stiff arm from Michael Graff. San is giving his game ball to Kylie Ann. Oh, wait. To the D-line for getting pressure and some big stops. Yeah, they were getting pressure. I mean, it wasn't like, they were like kind of keeping him in the pocket. You know, he didn't really get to scramble out too much.
Yeah.
Cam. It was like they were containing him.
I don't know if that's part. I think he's kind of hurt. I really don't know. He didn't look like 100% Cam Newton. But, I mean, he still looked like an a-hole. So.
I was going to say, he looked pretty much the same as... I don't know. I'm not allowed in the stadium anymore. Okay, anyone else? That it? Okay, that's it, I think. So, all right. And there's one more thing that we have to do before we can round out this episode. You know what I forgot to put up? The graphics, dude. You got to remind me.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that.
All right, here's the games in case anyone wants to see it for a minute. Ball awards for the last few weeks. And then, so I don't know who's winning right here. Quentin Dunbar. AP had one in week 1. Chris Thompson. Dustin Hine. AP has 2.
Deron
Payne from me last week. So it looks like Adrian Peterson is winning the Game Ball Award.
I think so.
We're not going to count the preseason.
No. Because
and then real quick, I'm going to put the kicks up. Who's winning the kicks? Kenny Ladler. He was in this game.
I know, dude. I saw him too. I still can't believe he's not cut. That's crazy.
I was like, he's on the squad? Let me see. The kicks. Trent Williams, P. Ride. Who's winning this thing? Josh Norman, P. Ride. We might have a tie between Josh Norman and P. Ride for the most kicks.
No lie.
Actually, I think Josh Norman's beating P. Ride.
I think so because I think we all kicked him you just kicked him last week, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
and now with that being said, it's time for. You know what it's time for?
Kenny Ladler et al.
Aaron's precarious prediction. Dude, do you realize that last week I was only off by 2 points?
Was it 2 or 1?
I said 21-17, and wasn't it
23-17?
23-17?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was off by 2 points.
Solid.
Yeah, I mean,
I blame the Redskins for that.
Yeah, because they should have had 3 touchdowns and then, well, I don't know. I was close. But this week, dude, we haven't even really talked about how it's Dallas week and how we are pumped.
Super duper pumped.
I'm super pumped. I'm not as pumped as usual for Dallas week, though, just because I don't like this trend we've been setting where we win one, lose one, win one, lose one. Because you know what that means?
That we're going to lose.
That.
Yeah.
And it's Dallas, so you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And they just came off of a big win.
And Roberta's parents are coming in town for her dad's 91st birthday at right when the game's starting. So
could you tell them to just wait?
Well, she was she was going to go up there, and they called up, and they're feeling so good that they wanted to drive down instead. Which is, I mean, they know.
So they're probably not going to mess with you while you're watching.
As soon as they come in, Roberta's mom would be like, "Oh, let's not bother Jonathan. He's got the game to watch."
Yeah, so Dallas killed Jacksonville is what San's saying. Is Jacksonville supposed to be pretty good, though, aren't they?
Well, Jacksonville's feast or famine, kind of like we are, to be honest. Their defense is pretty good in Jacksonville. It's their offense that's feast or famine. It's what's his face? And Fournette's been hurt.
I'm a little concerned that, all right, so Dallas doesn't really have much of a passing game at this point either, right? Is that kind of what we're...
They got Cole Beasley. We got to stop that guy. That guy just pisses me off.
He always messes with us. But what I'm concerned with is they've got that Elliott dude who I can't stand, and they're going to keep running him unless we stop him.
Rusher in the NFL right now.
You know, like the Panthers were running pretty well in their first drive, just like almost everyone else has. I still don't know how we're stopping it because it's like they're going away from the run. All these teams were playing. Dallas ain't going to go away from the run.
They're going to look to beat us down with that. Just that's going to be it.
We got to stop it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So here's what my prediction is.
Yeah.
First drive of the game. Redskins stop the Cowboys get the ball first. We stop them after 2 first downs. All right. They punt. We drive it down the field. A pie gets a touchdown. 7-0 Redskins. Cowboys get the ball back. Drive it down the field with Ezekiel Elliott, and they tie it up. 7-7. Then we have some inept offense going on all through the second quarter, and at halftime it's going to be 7-7. We're going to go into the third quarter. Jay's going to get away from the run, and the Cowboys will get a field goal.
Yeah.
So they're going to be up 10-7 going into the fourth. Redskins drive, miss a field goal.
Oh.
Still 10-7. Cowboys drive back down the field. And the Redskins stop them short. They kick a field goal. They're up 13-7. 47 seconds left on the clock. Alex Smith hits. VD for the winning touchdown.
Woo, VD!
Redskins win 14-13. Sound familiar?
Sounds
History
exactly
is bound
like
to repeat
Santana
itself.
Moss.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. 14-13. Redskins is my prediction.
Yeah.
On the game. Anyway, I think that pretty much wraps it up. I'll be heading to Vegas tomorrow. I'll be back on Saturday evening. Time to watch the game. Don't worry.
We'll be in the midst of a party, a Halloween party, down here at Harry Hawk Football East, Studios East. That's how good I'm feeling nowadays. We're having a party again.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah. Check us out, dudes. Harry Hog Football. Harry Hog on Twitter. You can also check out Desmond Seeley, too, our longtime benevolent sponsor on Twitter as well. Huge Redskins fan. RIP, R.E.P. or R.I.P. to Rich Chandler, man. I'm
gonna miss him a lot.
That's a bummer. That's a bummer.
And hail to the Redskins. And as always, if you see a Cowboys fan,
you know what to do on Sunday.
Joker.
Oh!